This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, a better road planner, Kempower and bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? Today we're gonna do 1,000 kilometer challenge with Mercedes. This is called G580, also known as Geländewagen. It's a freaking beast. This might be possibly the thirstiest car in the 1,000 kilometer challenge. You wonder if you unhook the trailer or not. It's going to beat even the fat e-tron in consumption. But okay, anyway, I will be live streaming it, so you can check in the description below. Tonight we're gonna do it. Shit is going down tonight, but now it's daytime and well, look here. Oh yeah, they actually kept all of the Geländewagen design, like, you know. Yesterday, me and my friend, we were driving around with it and we kept doing this because that's what we used to, right? No, you can't do that. You have to do there, you know. Otherwise, we kept not closing the door properly. It's just crazy. And listen here, when you lock the door, it's not just no, it's clack. It sounds like you're arming a gun. Shit, but okay. Here's Isabel. It's now sleeping time. It's a mango. It's sleeping time for Isabel. So, okay, Isabel insisted on sitting in the Mercedes. So, all right, okay, Isabel, can you say Geländewagen?
Geländewagen.
Whoa! Very good, Isabel. Again, Geländewagen.
Geländewagen.
She will get instant Deutsch passport now. Okay, but she's supposed to sit back there with a car seat. Is that even gonna work? Oh, dude, it's so tight in here. What the heck, man? This car is so expensive. I think it costs around 2 million NOK, you know, 200,000 euros. And it is so tight here. There I sit behind myself. But okay, we have easy. Yes, wait, Isabel, wait. We have Isofix here, quite easy accessible, but only in the back, not in the front. And then I tried to figure out if I can slide the seat back, but no, there is no way to do that. So I'll be using the Cybex Anoris T2. It's a forward-facing car seat with airbag. Deutsche design. Wow, okay. Let's see. So if I just slide it in, will it work? I think it should work.
And down.
Alles gut.
And down.
Isabel, can you say BMW?
BMW.
You see, she's Deutsch. Can you say Volkswagen?
Volkswagen.
Yeah, Volkswagen. Right. I can say Audi.
Audi.
She knows the correct pronunciation. I need to ask some Germans here. Is that good? Oh yeah, we have Burmeister. Look at this. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the Mercedes user interface as you know it. Wait, what is that humming? I think it's the heat pump. We want to turn off the acoustic thing there. And then, well, let me see. I don't remember where the heck it was again. You can go here in the settings here. And then in the vehicle, driving. Yeah, you want this G-roar. That sound supposedly also go externally. Okay, we're gonna keep it on then. All right. So now from start, you click it. Yeah, that's all right. Okay. Let's go. Okay. What the heck, man? Shit. Wait, I was trying to do a 90 test. Okay. That went not so good. Okay, let me see. Set speed limit. 93, I think, should be the good cruising speed here. Well, these are, of course, bulletproof glass. Yeah, the car is just a tank, you know. When you drive around, wait, I'm gonna put this on here. Are you gonna vomit? Yesterday, me and my friend, we were out actually shuttling. Shuttling Marcus Bill to the airport. We follow him and then look like freaking gangster when we roll up there at the terminal, you know. Like, Normal people, they don't drive around in these cars. They drive around in Tesla, right? But if you want to look badass, or if you are badass, you get this Geländewagen, and then that's something different. Nice weather today. 15 degrees Celsius, all right? I actually have to cruise at 96 kilometers per hour to match 90 bit, or 90, 97? Okay, it just goes a bit, okay. Close enough. 96, what the heck, man? And look, I actually have cars kind of working. We see state of charge, voltage, oh, nice voltage. Power, you're pulling around 20 kilowatt now. And then, I'm not sure, I didn't get the battery temperature, but at least battery coolant temperatures, you get some idea what's going on. But not that many variables, but at least the most useful variables are here. But dude, you have to get the popcorn for tonight. 342 watt-hour per kilometer. Holy macaroni, this car is thirsty. Okay, we're gonna turn around here. So far, the consumption has dropped slightly. It's 308 watt-hour per kilometer only. But look at the range numbers. We have around 400 kilometers of range at 95%. And what kind of battery is this? This is the 124 kilowatt hour battery. I think it has around, I don't remember, around 110 kilowatt hour net capacity. All right, back home. This was a relatively short loop, 32 kilometers. So actually the smaller roads becomes a bigger portion of the total. So if you do a regular 90 test, the consumption might be higher, especially if it's cold outside. But 275 watt-hour per kilometer then. Well, Isabel fell asleep. Well, we'll bring her with us to the shopping mall. But this Geländewagen has the all buttons, right? So you can stop it, and then you press this button here, and it keeps climate on. Wait, dude, wait. I started with 99% battery. And we are down to 91. Oh, I'm trying to think. Now this is, I can check it up. It's 116 kilowatt hour net capacity. We spent 8% going 32 kilometers. So this car is not very child friendly. For example, the Nio over there has soft close, right? So when the kids are asleep, you can just carefully close the door. Here, if you try this, and it's not properly closed, so you have to. I don't know if Isabel woke up or not, but she's a heavy sleeper, so that's good. But okay, so this car has a drag coefficient of 0.44. It's just insanely high. The Model 3 behind there is just way more efficient. That's Marcus B's Model 3 Highland. Yeah, he's on Høstferie right now. So yeah, maybe I should do some tests with that car also. But dude, 0.44. And it was even an improvement over the old that had 0.54. I think the drag coefficient of a brick is actually, wait, is that 1? No, that's a cube. Yeah, a cube. Okay, brick is better because it's longer. So I don't remember the brick, but this is pretty close to a brick then in aerodynamics. So normally, for example, the Model 3, when I check 90 test and then 120 test, the consumption is usually maybe 28 to 30% higher, right? Here, I think I have to guess around 40% higher. So 285 on this test, that means that 120 test will be around 385 watt hour per kilometer. And then based on 116 kilowatt hour in the high speed test, yeah, and the Germans here, high speed test, we get only 300 kilometers of range. And then based on that, oh shit, I think the 1,000 kilometer challenge might take over 10 hours. Okay, but now I will get ready. I have to get some baby stuff, whatever, from the ET5, and then we go with this, man. Okay, just look at this. Look at this beast. I mean, I test so many boring cars nowadays, you know. Wait, dude, did he get a Juniper? My neighbor, he usually drives around with an ID7. Oh, it's probably, okay. He works at Mölle. There's no way he's gonna buy a Tesla. But it's just a freaking tank, man. This thing, whoa. It's so massive. Well, actually, it's not that big. Yeah, that's what she said. No, it actually it's not that long. I noticed that it was relatively easy to parallel park it, but it's just a big boxy. That's it. But we should have plenty of trunk space here for the baby stroller. See in the back. Yeah, this is plenty, huh? Okay, I prepared the car. We should be good to go soon. He's gonna put one of the kids in here and the wifey. But man, this car is kind of tall. So I wonder if she can reach up here. After all the slamming of the door, Isabella is still asleep. Little princess, okay. But I noticed that the trunk is not that big. So normally I put the stroller lengthwise, it's cutting it quite close, so I have to put it like this. Yeah, I guess you have the height here, yeah, but then you should secure it with some cargo net here when you fill it up all the way there. But I mean, it works, yes, it's like we have roughly the same space as the previous car we tested, the CLA. Yeah, I noticed that now that the car is on, it's making this humming sound. So it's actually not just a small speaker that creates some spaceship sound. It actually has some bass here. It's like a freaking subwoofer to make this humming sound. But also, now that HVAC is running, I noticed that here is the exit. Wait, it's not blowing now, but I heard it earlier. Yeah, so the air vents here, that's the exit. I guess you're supposed to be able to wade all the way to, I'm not sure how high. Is it here? Or maybe down here somewhere? Well, here comes real world test. You see, wifey is 151 centimeters tall. Okay, I'm gonna open the door for her. Will she be able to put Axel in the car seat? It is freaking tall. Look at that. Look at that. She needs to climb up like, holy macaroni, that's tall. See, she has trouble getting up there. Wow. So, small Asians, well, it kind of, well, okay, she kinda, yeah, that is hard. ยากไหม สูงใช่ไหม Yeah, it's quite tall. So, yeah. But it works, yeah. You just have to figure out how to do it. Or maybe we need to buy that the IKEA stool that you put here, and then she can go up there, and then that will be better. But okay, when we unload, I will do it. All right, wifey, you can open the door now. Like this. Okay, then the test one. ต้องลองปิดประตูนะ ลองปิดนะ Okay, try to close it. อันนี้ She knows how to close it properly. Yeah, I think it's properly shut. I do this, and then it's not properly, but she just did this, and then it's shut. Ah, okay. You see, it is wifey approved, huh? It's kind of funny because wifey told me that the celebrities in Thailand, they drive around in fossil Geländewagen, and they freaking wrap them in pink. What the heck, man? Okay, maximum height 210. Well, this car is 198 centimeters. It says some places lower. Oh, okay. Well, as long as we are staying on the big areas, then shouldn't be any problems, right? This car is not that long. It's just fat. Wait, we can get her up here, right? Okay. And this is always tight. Well, actually, oh, maybe the car is wide. No, the car is actually not that wide, and it's not that long. So you can actually clear her just fine. Yeah, no problemo. See, this is a very child-friendly car. Oh. Okay, you know, I could just drive over the rubber things there. How about that? Yeah, no problem. The big question is, would wifey want to be seen in this car with me? As usual, we use this double-decker stroller. You might be wondering, but I mean, Isabella is already 3 years old. Why is she still using a stroller? Well, it's more like because little brother is using stroller, then she wants to do it. they always do, you know, if Isabel gets something, Isabel, Axel also wants it. Okay, dinner for the day at Egon's. We have some pasta, some burger, and some chicken with rice. Yeah, it's I think that was, and it's sweet and sour. Yeah, let's dig in. Okay, let's see. How tall is it for me? Put this Axel in here. Well, it is actually okay height, you see? This is perfect. If you're around 175 centimeters, I'm 173, then it's perfect. Actually, it's slightly tall for me, but yeah, no problemo. It means for big white people or big black people, this no problem. Just small Asian work. Well, we're back home. So that was a fun ride. And compared to the also crazy Ford F-150, I think this works better because F-150 is just so big and wide. Here, it is actually fairly nimble. Yeah, and if I need to go off-roading, I can do that. I can do the crab turn, whatever it's called again. Yeah, but okay, whatever. I'm probably not gonna do it here. It will splatter rocks all over the place and then hit the glass. Yeah, but I'm really impressed of that sound with some bass. Trying to figure out where the heck it is. It's in the front, seems like. Eventually, after a couple of minutes, it will go away. Yeah, okay, whatever. But I did the math. So yeah, tonight we're gonna go for it, 1,000 kilometer challenge. I calculated that, well, based on the EQS, that's the old 120 kilowatt hour EQS battery, charges from 10 to 75%. Yeah, I know, I do a weird measurement. In 28 minutes, and then I fed the 120 kilometers per hour estimated, range 300 kilometers. Then my spreadsheet claims that it should take around 10.5 hours. But okay, this is 125 kilowatt hour battery. No, it's 124. Yeah. I actually also booked the new Mercedes EQS SUV with 125 kilowatt hour battery. I wanted it, but they had the SUV, but it's going to be, what is it again? Not the manufacturer. It's going to be the, Maybach. Freaking Maybach, man. I mean, if you think that this, okay, there it stopped. Yeah, okay. It's kind of weird. These Mercedes, they have big battery, but they're being stingy on on heating, or you know, after just one or a couple of minutes of idling, they will go into energy saving mode. Dude, you have 124 kilowatt hour battery, right? But I mean, if you think that this is expensive, 3 million NOK or 200,000 euros, Maybach I'm gonna borrow is 3 million or almost 300,000 euros. It's probably the most expensive EV I will borrow, so I have to be super careful with it. Yeah, I'm planning on doing 1,000 kilometer challenge. I hope I don't run into any moose at night. Oh shit. But okay, anyway, live stream tonight. Yeah, I just want to see, once we hammer this beast from Stuttgart past Wahlberg in the 120 zone, and then I go 120 plus VAT, you know, are we gonna hit 400? We should. Are we gonna hit 450 watt hour per kilometer on that stretch? I'll probably stop at Wahlberg. I have to stop. I have to visit every Ioniq on the way there and back again. And this guy is just so thirsty, so it's gonna cost me a fortune. But with Ioniq Passport Power, it becomes actually a lot cheaper than other CPOs, especially in Sweden. So yeah, live stream, action. Get the popcorn ready tonight in I don't know how many hours. It's random, somewhere between, I think based on that Isabel slept 1 hour this afternoon. I'm guessing 9 or 10 tonight will start. Yeah, so bring the popcorn and then we see each other over there. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, okay, I messed it up. Okay, whatever. Bye-bye. I'll be back.